This one's important, this video, because what we're seeing is blatant gouging um, by a Trump-backed company of the Puerto Rican people. And people say, oh, you're bitching and blah, blah, blah. Listen to me. If you don't mind, if you don't give a shit about where your tax dollars go, that's on you. But I do care about where my tax dollars go, and I do care about the efficient use of them to help the people, which is what it's for. Whitefish is a company that before the Hurricane Maria destroyed Puerto Rico, it's a company that had 2 employees. That's it. They're backed by buddies of Donald Trump, and right after the hurricane, they got a contract for $300 million. No bidding, no nothing. All right, here it is. Now, who hands the contracts for all of that? Very easy. The people who are handling Puerto Rico right now, it's a 7-member dictatorship board, appointed, not elected. Not elected in Puerto Rico, not elected in the United States. It was appointed by the United States Congress. And many of the authorities that they have is to make decisions on contracts of food service Puerto Rico. And lo and behold, the contract for the restoration of the electrical grid in Puerto Rico went to Whitefish, buddies with Donald Trump. Now, let me give you an example. Say, okay, so what's the problem? You know, they need electrical restoration, right? Yes, sure we do. Here's how much they're charging. Puerto Rican Electrical Power Authority. It's $22 an hour, $22.72 an hour for a lineman, which is low. This daily stipend, which is the daily money that they give them to eat, to get a hotel, to stay for Puerto Rican. Let's do the hourly. The Puerto Rican Electrical Authority gets $22.72 per hour for a lineman. The Whitefish company, they get $319.04 per hour. Now their calculations are for 16-hour days. Okay? Now the daily stipend for the people of Puerto Rican Electrical Authority is $20 a day. All right, that's a stipend to eat and stay. I don't know where you can eat and stay the night for $20, but that's what they pay the Puerto Rican. The Whitefish, the American company, I believe they're from Montana. It's just a little thingy. 2 people. All they do is they're just a middleman, but they got the contract because they're buddies with Donald Trump. Their daily stipend, the daily stipend for Whitefish is $412 a day. Now that works out for the Puerto Rican electrical worker or the authority, $474 a day, and for the Whitefish company is $6,700, almost $6,800 a day. Okay, for one dude, they're getting paid this. Whatever they're paying their employees, I don't know. But this is what they're getting. Now you tell me that's not gouging, right? And taking advantage of the misery of a people to exploit, the taxpayers and exploit us because we're getting the short end of the stick because out of all this money, you have let's say you have money to rebuild something. The more you pay a corporation who's gouging the people, the less service the people are getting. So if this company who's subcontracting a company, and then this other company subcontracting another company, there are three middlemen already. They're all taking that money without any type of bidding, nothing. It was all buddy. And instead of being able to put 100, I'm just being arbitrary, 100 light poles, they'll put 5. Now you tell me who's getting screwed. We're getting screwed, the people in Puerto Rico, and also the U.S. taxpayer. So they need to not open an investigation. And here's the deal: everybody is bitching about Puerto Rico being corrupt and all this shit. And here's here's the mother of all corruption scandals. The Trump administration, and nobody says shit about that. Because guess what? Because they're white. That's why. That's why. Say, oh, well, you have to bring race into it because there's no other way. This is what's going on in the world right now. People playing gouging games to enrich and pad themselves at the expense of the misery of minorities. It's always been like that, but it needs to stop. And people need to be held accountable for this. So, for all those talking shit about Puerto Rico, being all corrupt, look at yourself. Look at yourself.